Hey there, Libra Sun, Libra Moon, Libra Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And before I forget, because I keep forgetting, if you like this video, or if you just like the fact that I do a video, if you could hit the thumbs up, that makes me feel loved, and I appreciate that. If you find that you would like to know when I upload videos, then hit the subscribe and hit the notification bell. And even if you don't want to hit the notification bell, subscribe anyways. I appreciate it. Okay, this is a big week. We are talking about November 9th through the 15th. So much happening. So we've got the moon changing signs 4 times. We've got the 1111 gateway. By the way, when I was doing the pre-shuffle, the 1111 card came out for you. I put it back into the deck, but we'll see if it comes out. But it was talking about going after what you want and seeking the love that you want. So we have that happening. We also have Friday the 13th. I'm just saying. There's some other stuff going on, lots of stuff, but we also finished out the week with the new moon in Scorpio. And so your overall energy this week is you have the Rainbow Prince, compensation and perseverance. If you feel like things have not been coming to you, if you feel like I've been working, and nothing ever seems to happen, I feel like the drought is over. I just saw... what I saw was, what did they call those? Well, you know how when the droughts were happening during the Dust Bowl times back in, what was it, the 40s or whatever, and these people would travel around the country and they'd douse for water. They would come in and they'd be the rainmakers, and they would shoot up into the air, I don't know, some kind of chemicals or whatever, trying to seed the clouds so the clouds would rain. But anyway, so what I just saw was everybody standing outside and it was just pouring. It was pouring rain and they're dancing in the rain. So something good is about to flow into your life. This is a big week for you. This gateway happening in the sign of Libra, huge. The sun is in Scorpio, but the moon will be in Libra when that happens. And so it's a big deal. So be sure to utilize that, to ask for what it is that you want, that there is compensation for your perseverance, something that you've been working really hard on or hanging in there on. There is going to be some kind of a resolution for it, and it looks pretty solid. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with the moon. We have the moon in Virgo as we start out the week. That is at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the United States on Monday. We have a couple of things happening. Venus, who rules Libra, is going to oppose Mars, who rules Aries. And so this is divine feminine, divine masculine at home in their own spaces. I will say, though, with Mars being in retrograde still, he goes direct on Friday, but he's really slow right now and he's really irritated. And the moon is going to be in an irritated angle with Chiron, the wounded healer, the things that bother us that we came here to resolve and solve. There's a real chance for some difficult conversations, irritated feelings, so just something to be aware of. But with that sun in Scorpio trining the moon, trining Neptune in Pisces, this is about, what are your dreams? Like, what are they that you want to manifest? Because the sun is in Scorpio. By the end of the week, the moon is also going to be in Scorpio. And they're going to be, they're going to be in this very supportive energy with your dreams over there in Neptune. So what do you want to bring into reality? And can you make a plan this week? Can you push through your resistance? Can you push through and surrender to the divine? And I feel like it's for you, it's surrendering to the divine in timing and the way things flow together, because you have this whole compensation for your perseverance coming up. And so I really feel like, you have to push through. You have to get past the part where you think that nothing ever good happens for you. Wow. You got to push through your financial fears. Okay. Okay. All right. So by the time we get to that new moon in Scorpio, it is happening in your house of personal finance. So that makes a lot of sense. It's your self-worth, self-esteem, and personal finances. And so things that you value. And since this card came up that says face your financial fears, I feel like your sense of self-worth and self-esteem, as with many people, is wrapped up in this, can I pay my bills? Am I financially abundant? Do I have more than the Joneses, kind of attitude, information and stuff. And so you're going to have to push through. First, look your fears in the eye. If you have not sat down and made a budget, if you have not put stuff on paper, you're not actually facing your fears on it, because you can't make a practical plan. And with the moon in Virgo, they're really saying you need a plan. So it says, when you are honest with yourself about your fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you realize that in fact you have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. And something I just heard was, write down your worst fear. So it could be that you're homeless and you've got 3 kids and you don't even have a job. Okay. Whatever yours is. Make a plan for that. Make a plan. Okay, if that actually happens or is happening to you, make a plan. What are you going to do? And literally that happened to me. And so what I did was I, found a safe place for my kids to stay. I found a safe place for me to stay. It wasn't with my kids, but my kids were safe for a few months while I got a job. Then I found an apartment, and I had a plan. I had to work the plan. It takes discipline. It takes being consistent. It takes showing up for yourself. So that was my personal situation. Yours could be similar. It could be different. It could be that you have some kind of business and you're trying to make decisions about the business. Like, do I keep it? Do I sell it? Where am I at in all this? I don't know. But your financial fears coming up like this is a big deal to you. And I know you need a plan. But there is compensation for perseverance. So look your fears in the eye. Make a plan for the worst case scenario. Make a plan for the best case scenario. Try to create the best case scenario for yourself, right? Obviously. But be aware that, if you need to write it down. All I'm seeing right now is I see this ledger. And I see like numbers and somebody writing in it. You need a plan, like a written plan. You need to really look at your books and figure things out. Whether they're business books, it looks like a business book, but it could be your personal finances too. So, all right. Okay. And Mercury is going to move into Mars. And so there's this communicating at a real gut level about things and what's hidden and what's needs to be uncovered. And so maybe by facing your fears, you can uncover where the problems are. You can discover things easier. Mercury has a lot to do with numbers and tabulation and counting. And so with it moving into Mercury, it is about uncovering the hidden and going deep. So you might really need to go a little deeper into your books and figure out where things are. But the moon is going to be in a really great aspect, being supported by Jupiter and then Pluto and Saturn over there in Capricorn. And so there's a very practical nature to discovering, to figuring out what the plan is and making a plan. So I face your fears. You can't, if you don't know where you are, you don't know what the next step is. That's just generally in life how that goes. So you have, for that 11:11 gateway, 11:09 a.m., so 11 o'clock again, on Wednesday the 11th, happening in Libra, represented by the Justice card, which is an 11 in tarot. I can't recommend enough that you make some time for meditation this week, also to be calm, to dream a little. But you really need to face what you're going through. You have the sacred lotus. These are doorway cards. I really like them. The Sacred Lotus, compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. Oh, wow. That is definitely about meditation. Okay. So, first off, that is compassion for yourself. You might be like, how did I get into this situation? Don't ask me why I think you might say that. But in life, I think that most people make the best choice based on the information that they have at the time. How can you, that's not wrong. That's just, making a decision based on the information you have. So go a little deeper this time and look for a little information, but have compassion with yourself. And also ask for guidance from spirit. You can manifest anything into your life. And so I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people and the right opportunities. Abundance flows into my life and flows to me and through me. Ooh, it flows to me and through me. If you're a business owner, it flows to me and through me. If you're a parent, it flows to me and through me, right? It's like the flow of abundance comes to me, and I don't have to stop it. I don't have to block it. I don't have to hoard it, because there's always more coming. It's like a big waterfall. And it's a deep pool of cool, clean water, and there's plenty for everyone. I just saw Scrooge McDuck swimming around in the coins. That's funny. Okay, so do you need help? Right? So ask for support from the divine, but also I'm always in the right, this is what they told me to, and it's one of my favorite ones, but it popped in. So I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people. So who do you know that can help you? Who can you call on? Who can you ask? Keep your eyes and ears open for opportunities, for synchronicities coming into your life, because I have a feeling they're coming this week. So on Thursday, the moon is going to be squaring off with Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So Jupiter is getting ready to move past Pluto, and Jupiter will magnify things that are small. So small problems, small issues that crop up might look bigger than they actually are. It's like putting a magnifying glass on things, or it might actually get bigger. So pay attention to the details, I think, this week. How do you feel about it? When the moon is squaring off with it, that's a difficult energy. So breathe your way through it till you get to Friday the 13th. So Friday the 13th, the moon is going to move into Scorpio at 11:19 a.m. And then it's going to conjunct just a few hours later with Mercury. And so the moon conjunct Mercury is definitely about getting into the numbers and going deep and diving deep. And so there's that. And then we've got Mars stationing direct a little bit later in the day. And the moon will be opposing Uranus in Taurus. So it is fertile ground for a fiery explosion. Heads up on that. So when that happens, when that moon is in Scorpio for you, Libra, that is your second house of finances. So get a head start on it. Take a look at things. Don't wait till Friday. And then look around on Friday for support. Who can help you? Who can you reach out to? And or maybe you reach out to them sooner than then. But this is support. This is love. This is a community that is really there for you. And so if something comes up and you really need help, reach out. Reach out to the people in your life that you can count on, that will be there. When that moon conjuncts Mercury, it is at 4:44. It was a 444, right? That's a very angelic number. And no matter where you are in the world, it's still 44 minutes. There's still going to be that 4-4 energy around it. That is angelic support. Moon conjunct Mercury. So who can you talk to that can help you? Wow, you have a lot coming up with this new moon. Okay, so There's change for there is huge potential for change, and sometimes it takes a forest fire to clear debris to have things grow back healthier and strong. So hang in there, okay? So for you, oh, this is nice. They're just talking about everything we talked about already. This new moon, planting your seeds of intention. But it says here, you have the Scorpio new moon. This is exactly this. Work through your fears. That's what it says. Work through your fears. This one says work through your financial fears. This new moon in Scorpio is happening in your second house of finance. Do the work. Don't let pride get in your way. Ask for the support that you need. And this I love. Your dreams need a practical plan, and your hard work is paying off. Compensation for your perseverance. The plan you make, if you are disciplined, if you are consistent, you will have success. The support is there for you. The effort is required from you. The effort to face your fears, the effort to make a plan, then the effort to work the plan consistently. That's a lot of stuff, because right after that moon is new within a couple of hours. 6 hours later, it's going to be in sextile, which is very supportive energy with Saturn. And Saturn says if you work hard and you're consistent, you win. So, just make a plan, work the plan, face your fears. You can dig your way out of whatever this is about. Plant those seeds of intention. I always have enough, and there's always more on the way. I am abundant in all areas of my life. I am a manifester. Oh, nice. It says I am a manifester of true abundance. Yeah, that is all areas of your life, right? So that moon is going to move into your third house of communication, Sagittarius, at 10:47 a.m. on Sunday, and you have discovering the truth. You stand in the light of truth. That feels like you have done the work this week, and you've gotten down into it, and you've looked for, and you have the information, you have a plan. You stand in the light of the truth. This is facing those fears. If you face those fears this week, if you do this work and you have the light of truth, you're going to know which way to go. Like, they're standing there and they're trying to figure out which way to go. Can you see that? But he's like, I know where I'm going. You'll know where you're going. You'll know what path. You'll know what doors open for you. So, big week of digging around in your finances, apparently, there, Libra. But, you can do it. The scales of justice is kind of like balancing out, right? What's going on in your life. And I have every bit of confidence that you can handle this. So I will see you back here next week on Monday. And until then, work your own little magic for yourself. You can do this. We'll talk soon.